to sit right now with that. But we'll go to the bottom half of the table. I haven't actually had a look at the bottom half of the league table, I haven't had a look at it, Adam. I'm going to have a look now. But all I know is that Vincent Kompany is probably on a very tight line at Burnley. Sitting bottom.
Joint bottom now, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, joint bottom with, only goal difference keeping them bottom. However, the goal difference is quite marginal, and it's only due to Everton's 10-point deduction that they're joint bottom on points. But 1 win, 1 draw, 11 losses.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Who did they draw against again?
It's not.
I know they beat Luton. Who did they draw against?
I couldn't tell you. I wouldn't even like to guess. I honestly don't know.
No, but
it probably would have been Sheffield or someone like that.
Sheffield
I feel like if it would have been anyone,
maybe.
It could have been. I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't know.
No.
It was no one big because it would have been
Nottingham Forest, maybe.
That does ring a bell actually. I felt they scored late on, didn't they?
Maybe.
Yeah, it was a good goal late on. I feel like that could have ring a bell, but
maybe.
They're not looking good.
But they're not picking up points, are they, on the board? And they're
it's not looking promising. I think
obviously the thing
Luton won.
Luton they're now out the relegation zone by 4 points.
Big win for Bournemouth as well down there at the weekend.
Yeah, they're now on 12 points. Well. They're 7 clear of the drop.
So
there's a gap.
Everton,
there's a gap.
Yeah, Everton and Burnley on 4 points, and then who's
Sheffield United? Sheffield United are on 5. Luton on 9. Bournemouth on 12. Nottingham Forest are on 13, only just ahead, but I think they'll be safe come the end of the season. They can hit a bit of form if they want to. I think Bournemouth have rejuvenated themselves, have picked up a little bit of form, have put themselves. I think they're high and dry now. I think they'll comfortably stay up the season. Obviously, it was a very shaky start from them, but I think they picked up a fair few good results. Obviously, beat Newcastle, won at the weekend as well. I think they'll be fine. Luton as well.
Yeah.
I know you've said, Luton, they're relegated. Luton.
I don't know.
I think Everton's performance at home to United was not good enough. Was poor. Very poor.
I just think with them, they have no goals. Like, I know Calvert-Lewin's their goal, but they had 24 shots against United, and he just couldn't score.
Yeah,
because they just don't have the quality. Like, it lacks so much.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't say they were better than United. Like, I wouldn't have said they deserved to win, but they could have got a point from that game if they just learned how to shoot
and learn how to defend.
Yeah, exactly.
In every game, that's probably what happened to most teams. If you learn how to defend and score, you'd probably win.
Especially for a Sean Dyche team, and with obviously the atmosphere and it all being after the game, the occasion, like you thought they'd all be up for it, and for them to be shut down within 3 minutes of a pains me to say it. I hate him. I hate him, but it was probably goal of the season, probably not far off goal of the decade in the Premier League. Something stupid like that. It wouldn't say it was unbelievable.
It was a fantastic goal.
As I was saying, I don't like the bloke, but you got to go. Fair enough. That is one hell of a goal.
Yeah,
and then from then on, they just looked like United didn't even look that great. Again, I wouldn't be buzzing, but United aren't that far. I think United have 24 points just behind Tottenham. They're slowly creeping up,
haven't they? Yeah. They've been on a bit of form, haven't they?
Yeah, one of the most informed teams in the league. I think maybe the most. I think they've won 4 or 5 out of the last 6 or something stupid like that. So they're creeping up.
But they've been playing the bottom half side. Playing well. Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the main factor for them. But
they've been scraping against the lower teams. But I think Everton, I think they'll stay up over Luton but then I don't know because.
That points deduction's killed them. That points deduction's killed them.
I think it could be a big.
You give that points deduction to them any previous season, they're fucked. I think this season, I think they'll still be fucked. I think Luton. The thing is, when they've lost,
either Luton or Everton.
Yeah, but when they've lost games, they haven't lost them by big margins. They've lost them by 1 goal, 2 goals. You know what I mean? Not big margins. Luton have always given a good account of themselves in games. A really good account of
they're good defensively, Luton. Yeah, they work hard. They're a lot better defensively. Again, they just struggle to score goals.
It is a case of them getting used to the sort of embedded into the Premier League because a lot of these players
Mm.
haven't played in this league before. The signings of Ross Barkley and Andros Townsend are fantastic for Luton. Two players who want to get back into playing football that both have quality. We've both seen it. Yes, they're getting on a bit, but both still have quality and that experience that I think, again, that will brush onto the other players.
Yeah.
They've got that
100%.
unity. They're a very together side. They're, again,
it's just
at home. They're
it's
looking
such an important time.
Look at that draw against Liverpool and then beating Palace.
Yeah.
I think their home form is
Exactly.
starting to get a little bit better to the point where they can, I think, pick up some big results there and definitely help.
I just think
keep them up.
it's like this Christmas period can literally make or break. So like you can be out of the title race, you can be out of the relegation zone, you can be out of the relegation battle by January. Like if there's so many games that you just get a couple results in your favour, suddenly that gap looks a lot nicer or a lot worse depending on what side of it you're on. And
but having
I think it's
4
so important for
points
teams
at this time of the season, it's not to Everton. Because Everton, obviously, they had the points deduction, but for Burnley, 4 points.
Sheffield were 5 as well. As we said it since the start, it's the gap is ridiculous.
It's the worst season ever. Because I remember, obviously, Norwich. I've seen us 2 seasons in the Premier League in recent years where we have been atrocious, but I don't think we had that little amount of points. I might be wrong. Wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
I remember you even beating like Man City one year.
Yeah, that season we had a fair few points, but I think even the season after, we didn't get our first win until Brentford away in November, but we did draw a few games, I believe, here and there. Maybe I might be wrong.
But you would sort of always going up and down, so it was almost expected. Whereas this year, it's like people had a bit of hope for Luton. People had a lot of hope for Burnley because they walked the Championship so out of his depth. As you said, tactically and everything, he just looks out of it. And he could, because I don't think has there been a sacking yet? There's not. There's been no managerial sacking yet so far this season, which is a record.
No.
I think by this time last year, I think there was like 6 sackings. And
if it was to be anyone, I think Watford were in the Premier League, so that's how they got the manager seconds. But I think Company's head is Company's head is definitely the first to go. It's not.
So if you were to say right now, what 3 are going down? Who would you say?
I think the 3 that it is now. I think Everton will go down. I think that points deduction will kill the morale, definitely. I think they won't be as sort of, I think they'll be very much beaten up by it. I think Sheffield United just don't have any quality. I don't see it in them. And then Burnley are just horrendous. Don't get me wrong, Company's trying to play nice football, but you're playing nice football with a relegation fodder side against sides like Man City, Liverpool. You're not points.
Yeah. You got to work with what you got, and you got to exactly. You got to adapt to it, and I think Everton will stay up over Luton. I think it'll be the 3 that come up, go straight back down. But I also wouldn't be surprised if Luton did just stay up. Yeah. I think there'll be a gap between 17th and 18th, but that gap between 17th and 16th there'll be a gap. But I think the gap between 18th and 17th of who goes down and who stays up, that will be so small. That will come down to, I think, the final day as well. But I think it's exciting as I said, it's exciting to actually have a relegation battle. Okay, the relegation battle might be one of the lowest quality ones you'll see for a long time,
but
it's exciting sort of. Exactly, and it's what you want to see. You want to see a battle down the bottom, a battle at the top, battle for Europe, battle for everything, and it makes it's stupid, but it makes every game genuinely mean something. I know it does anyway, but to the point where
but if you're playing 10th versus 11th and you can't fight for anything,
exactly.
It's not an exciting affair, is it?
But every
Adam,
game
who are your
have
3
some
to
sort
go
of
down?
impact at this point.
Who are your 3 to go down?
I would go Luton, Sheffield, and Burnley. I think it'll be the teams that come up. It'll be close, but I think
so much hate towards Luton. I feel bad for him.
I just think I don't know. For some reason I back Sean Dyche. I don't know. He's managed to hang on last year, and I think maybe getting the points deduction, as you said, it could kill the morale, or it could give them that bit between their teeth. This is against United. United are expected to beat him, so it's kind of a hard first game back. International break and all that nonsense. So it's sort of I reckon they wanted that game just over and done with. It was more about the protests and all that nonsense, really. now the next couple of games, if they're not getting results, then I worry for them. But it could be their bit between their teeth that makes them sort of try a little bit harder,
Yeah,
to sort of be like,
definitely.
okay, we stayed up even with a points deduction, which I think would make them the first team ever to stay up with a points deduction,
I
I think,
think
down
Middlesbrough
the
had
end of the
one.
table.
Middlesbrough had one not too years
I
ago,
remember
I believe.
Portsmouth had one. Portsmouth
Yeah,
had a big one, I think,
it's
as
been
well
a
at
few
one
years
point.
since
But
we've had points deductions in the
yeah,
Premier League, definitely. But
mm,
yeah,
but
um,
definitely be close.
it will be. It will be. But I think we've covered everything on the Rose Ed podcast. Obviously, the big talking points are the title race and the relegation battle that is ongoing at the minute.